Refugee experts and organizations from around the world are meeting in Geneva to discuss the rising number of forcibly displaced persons around the world. The issue is particularly acute in Africa, where many developing nations say they're being overburdened by regular influxes of refugees, and they're demanding more support from rich countries. CGTN's Daniel Arab Moy reports.
The number of people forcibly displaced around the world continues to rise. According to Oxfam in Africa, rising conflict, persecution and climate change have driven tens of millions of people from their homes globally.
More than 1,000, we're talking about million people. 10% of the 40 million refugees and asylum seekers are actually hosted by 4 countries in East Africa. There's Kenya, there's Ethiopia, Sudan, and Uganda. So those jointly are hosting 10% of the refugees and asylum seekers throughout the world.
Experts in Geneva are discussing ways of enabling refugees to make their own decisions to better their lives. Oxfam in Africa says rich nations must step up their efforts beyond symbolic gestures by shouldering more responsibility in protecting refugees.
What we're expecting as Oxfam from this Global Refugee Forum is really to move from rhetoric to action. There's a lot of pledges that have been made for years ago, so we need to look at how well they were fulfilled and how we're going to make sure that the new pledges are also followed through.
According to Oxfam, poverty, inequality and climate change are accelerating conflict and displacement. Long-standing crises are reportedly becoming more difficult to resolve, with the greatest impact being felt in host countries. Oxfam in Africa has called for immediate and collective action to address the impact of climate change on displaced populations and host communities. Daniel Arab Moy, CGTN, Nairobi, Kenya.